Am I an asshole for prioritizing my daughter's school performance over her emotional well-being after her mother's death? Don't miss out on the fun. Hit subscribe button and join our community for more stories like this one. I, 39, male, am feeling conflicted about a recent decision I made regarding my teenage daughter, 16, female, following the death of her mother. I can't help but wonder if I made a huge mistake, so I'm turning to you, Reddit, to pass judgment on whether or not I'm an asshole in this situation. Since my wife's passing, life has been tough for the both of us. Dealing with my own grief while trying to provide for her has been a challenge. My daughter has been extremely distraught, and I can see how much she's struggling emotionally. However, when she asked me for time off from school to process her grief, I ended up prioritizing her academic performance instead. I'll admit, I've always been a stickler for education, and my daughter is a bright student who excels in her studies, particularly math and science, which are very important, and I wouldn't want to jeopardize that. When she approached me, I couldn't help but think about how it would impact her grades and future prospects. I was concerned that missing school would lead to a drop in her academic performance and potentially hinder her chances of getting into a good college. Instead of allowing her to take some time off, I suggested that she continue attending school, and told her that I believed that maintaining a routine and focusing on her education would provide stability and keep her on track. Apparently, my daughter was devastated by my decision. She accused me of not caring about her feelings and prioritizing her school performance over her emotional well-being. She believes that I'm being callous and unfeeling, dismissing her need for time to heal. Sue, Reddit, am I the asshole for putting my daughter's school performance ahead of her emotional well-being, as she put it after the death of her mother? I'm genuinely questioning if I made the right decision and would appreciate your honest opinions. Thanks for reading. Comments. Not an asshole. Forget about the whole school performance thing, though. She will have reduced performance during her grieving period, and that's okay as long as she does her best. The world doesn't stop for grief. You just have to keep going as best you can. A good job will give you a week or two of bereavement leave, but after that you stop getting paid. And the mortgage is still due. For everyone who's saying what, are you wanting her to just stay at home and cry for the next several months or years? She lost her mother. That grief is going to stick with her for a long time. Isolation wouldn't be good for anyone, especially her. It sounds like it would be the kind thing to do, but it isn't. AITA. Beyond a week or so to get over the immediate shock of the death, what good would it realistically do her to be home wallowing in her grief instead of at school among friends? A professional mental health counselor isn't a bad idea, though, to help her talk out and process her immense loss. Your child has just had the worst trauma of her life. She will never be the same. And if she doesn't get emotional support, this future you are imagining is going to be lost to depression. Her grades are going to slide. That is inevitable. It is part of grief. So plan for it. If you pick on her for that inevitable thing, you are an asshole. Get a therapist for her, and call the school and tell them that your kid needs time off, and lots of special support for when she goes back. A soft YTA. My dad died on a Monday night. I took the Tuesday off of school and thought, okay, a day will be fine, right? I'll just got back tomorrow. And I went back on the Wednesday, and it was hell. My emotions couldn't cope. I couldn't process the information in the classes. It was genuinely one of the worst days of my entire life, and even though that was 15 years ago, I still can remember the exact way that pain felt. Do your daughter a favor. Apologize. Give her some time off. I know you're trying to do your best in the situation and circumstances, but she is too. Let her tell you how she needs to heal and grieve. It's important. Sending my condolences. You're an asshole, I get where you're coming from, but I missed 3 months of school due to illness and didn't lose more than a few grades from A's to B's. Even jobs give time off to grieve a loved one.